Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, welcome. I'm so glad you guys stopped by for today's video. I am doing a what's for dinner video, and I'm going to share with you a couple meals that we had through the week last week, and then also a little bit of the Sunday lunch that I prepare when we have our big family Sunday afternoon lunch. I'm going to share a little bit of that with you guys. Right now I am working on a quiche. I guess you could call this pie night at my house because I had a couple of pie crusts, and with the first one I'm going to make a sausage and zucchini quiche. So I am frying up a half a pound of turkey sausage, and then I have 2 cups of shredded zucchini that I got out of the freezer. I'm going to get my sausage fried up, get it brown, and then add my zucchini. And so any fat that renders from the sausage and any moisture from the zucchini, I'm going to cook it until that evaporates. I've washed off my eggs. We got some fresh eggs from a gentleman that my husband works with, and so I got those all washed off. And so I'm just going to work on getting all the components of my quiche together. I've got, like I said, zucchini and sausage in the pan frying, and then I will put that in the bottom of my unbaked pie crust. And then with my egg mixture, I'm just going to add mix 3 or 4 eggs with some milk, salt, pepper, onion powder, and some shredded cheddar cheese. Once I get all that mixed up, I just pour it over top of the zucchini and sausage. I put this quiche on a baking dish that I have lined with some parchment paper because it is completely full and it will bubble over just a little bit, so I'm just saving a mess in the oven. So I get that in a 375-degree oven and it'll bake for about an hour. So in the first few minutes of the of the quiche baking, I'm going to work on my peach pie. And I'm just taking a quart of peaches, a peach pie filling that I had canned the weekend before, and I'm going to add it to this crust. This crust was broken and in pieces, so I wasn't looking for anything perfect, just something good to have for dessert on this evening. And so I'm just taking my peach pie filling, filling it up, spreading it out in the pan, and then I'm going to make a crisp topping with oats. I take a half a cup of oats, a fourth of a cup of flour, a half a cup of organic brown sugar, and a half a stick of softened butter, and I'm going to get that mixed up and then sprinkle it over top of the pie. And then I'll also put this pie on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and put it in the oven with the pie, and it'll bake about 45 minutes. So on this evening, I'm working on it's a Home Chef meal that we got, and I don't even remember what the name of it was, but it was something super, super easy to throw together, and you don't have to have the ingredients from Home Chef. You can do this, just get a few ingredients from your grocery store. I heated some olive oil in my pan, and then I added a pound of ground turkey. I'm letting that fry up, and then I'm chopping up a green pepper. Once I get that all chopped up, I'm going to add it to the pan with the ground turkey, and get that fried up and softened up. And then to that, I add some taco seasoning, some tomato sauce, and some Mrs. Dash seasoning. I'm going to fry that up and let that cook through a little bit. And then at the end, I add a bag of mixed coleslaw mix and just let that warm up and wilt up a little bit, and then it's ready. You don't see me tasting this because, like I said, I didn't have any, but my husband and my daughter said that this was really good. So now I'm going to show you a couple of dishes that I made for our Sunday dinner. And again, I don't sample these in the video because I'm doing this on Saturday evening, prepping ahead, and then we have it the next day. And I always forget to get my camera out when we have our Sunday family dinners. I forget. But right now I'm working on our dessert. I have 2 quart jars of my homemade blueberry pie filling in the bottom of this baking dish. And then on top of that, I have some of the cheesecake. It's Philadelphia cream cheese. It's already made up, but I add a little bit of powdered sugar to it. Spread that over the blueberries, and then I'm adding a white cake mix over top, which is what I'm doing right here. And I'm going to melt 2 sticks of butter, pour that over the top, and this is going to bake for about 45 minutes at 375 in the oven. And let me just tell you, this was delicious. I called it a blueberry cheesecake dump cake, and could not be any easier, and it is so good. So definitely give this a try.
Loosening the ties and everything we're fighting. Let it go, letting it all go. Always have a reason for something to believe in. You never know when the sky goes dark and you hear the thunder and you're standing up instead of running for cover. And there's a new dawn coming over the water, saying we're the ones, saying there's no other. Would you be the last benevolent mouthpiece? Heaven knows we need you now. Would you be the most beautiful consequence of a world that's coming down? Standing up on our own for the things we know. Raise a voice, hear it echo. Raise a voice, hear it echo. We know where we come from, we know where we've been. Takes a whole lot of broken hearts to change everything. Coming so far to be here again.
So when I asked my husband what he wanted for lunch on Sunday, he mentioned some hamburger steak with brown gravy over mashed potatoes. It's not something I've done in a while, so I thought, yes, this sounds wonderful. So I'm starting with 3 pounds of ground beef. You can use anything really that you want here, but we use ground beef, and I'm just going to add my seasonings. I add Worcestershire, Mrs. Dash seasoning, minced onion, garlic powder, and onion powder. I put gloves on, and I mix this up like you would do a meatloaf, and then I pat patties out for the crock pot. It doesn't, however big you want your patties. We had 14 people there, so I needed to make sure I had enough for everybody. So get all that mixed up, pat out your patties. I'm going to put them in my crock pot that I've lined, and then I'm going to layer the gravy, which is 3 of my home canned beef broths, some brown gravy powder mix, and some au jus mix, along with some of these seasonings as well. Get that stirred up, and then I just layer with the gravy, ground beef, gravy, ground beef until it's all in the crock pot. And I cooked this on low overnight, and it was super, super tender, so good. And to make it easier, we did Bob Evans mashed potatoes, and so everything was really, really good. Again, you won't see a taste test, but I promise you it was delicious.
Such great heights in your eyes, I'm telling you, you were made for bigger things than this place. Taking flight like an eagle on the wing, you make this small town dazzling in my eyes. Ooh, remember when we used to dream about leaving all of this behind? Ooh, I know you're ready for the risk of stepping out in perfect time. Where will you go when it's getting cold? Try and find a place to call your own out there. You're not alone, but you got miles and miles to go. No matter how far, I know you'll come back to me. I'm your summer breeze.
So the last meal I'm going to share with you guys was just something quick and easy that my husband we wanted on that evening. We didn't need anything big. We had been busy all day, so we just wanted something quick. So I have some naan bread heating up in the oven, and I'm going to shred a zucchini, get a few little curls off of the zucchini, thinly slice a Roma tomato, and then some fresh basil. I'm going to set that aside, and I'll get my naan bread out, and I'll go ahead and fix the 2 pizzas. Now, I'm having a veggie one. My husband is having a bacon one. And with my veggie, on the bottom, I put olive oil with some garlic powder, and then I'll just layer my veggies. I've got zucchini, Roma tomato. I'll do peppers and onions and fresh basil and cheese, and that's mine. And then for his, I open up some of my home canned pizza sauce, and I'm going to do that with some bacon bits. I also put peppers and onions on his with the cheese, and really, really good. You don't need to bake them for very long in the oven. I put them on the last shelf, and they get good and crispy on the bottom. So very,
It's
very
so
good.
hard to stay on top of the world when the world keeps telling you who you should be. All these people telling you what you need. Oh, darling, only you can set your spirit free. Pay attention now, I ain't gonna stop it, stop it. Honey, everything you need is in your pocket. Darling, this is what you've been waiting for. When it all comes in, don't you let it go. Honey, this is all that you want and more. When you open your mind and open the front door. Only one thing I know is that good things happen when you lose control. A real change inside my soul. The sun is coming up down every road. Got some loving in your heart, so baby, use it, use it. Instead of being so afraid you're gonna lose it. Darling, this is what you've been waiting for. When it all comes in, don't you let it go. Honey, this is all that you want and more. When you open your mind, open the front door. If you could let it go and let it happen, what you'll find is a little bit of magic. You gotta let it go, just let it happen. Start a cycle, a chain reaction. This is what you've been waiting for. When it all comes in, you can just let go. Honey, this is all that you want and more. When you open your mind and open the front door. This is what you've been waiting for. When it all comes in, you can let it go. Honey, this is all that you want and more. When you open your mind and open the front door. Open your mind and open the front door. Just open your mind and open the front door.
Up in the stars, that's where you are. Up in the stars, that's where you are. That's where you are. Wake up, and open up your eyes. Wake up, it's time you realize. Every chance you'll ever take, running down this rainbow road. Every dragon heart you break, every hand you'll ever hold. Every time you really see where you are is where you'll be. The sky will shine tonight. night. Up in the stars, that's where you are. Up in the stars, that's where you are. That's where you are. Look up, look down. We're spinning all around. Look in, look out. This is what it's all about. Every chance you'll ever take, running down this rainbow road. Every dragon heart you break, every hand you'll ever hold. Every time you really.
That is going to do it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. Come back and hang out with me. On this channel, we do all kinds of different things. Whatever mood hits us, we do cleaning, cooking, like the What's for Dinners, like this video. I do canning videos, gardening, vlog style videos, just whatever hits my fancy that day. So I hope that you'll come back and hang out with me. Let's talk in the comments. I enjoyed getting to know you guys a whole lot. Some of you comment on every video, and it just makes me smile when I see your names pop up. Hope that you guys are having a great week. Until next time, I will see y'all later. Bye.